Welcome to another session of Flames of the Divine. Talos, would you please do the recap this week?
Seems like I'm doing a lot of the recap lately.
Yeah.
All right, so good joke. But yeah, let's see what happened yesterday. We finally got into the temple proper, and by doing so, what ended up happening was, well, we made our way past a good few traps, a bit of a close call here and there, but afterwards, we also had a run-in with a pair of pack lords, took them down, kind of a bit worse for wear, so we decided to take a break. We also discerned that, considering the conversation that Rudy had overheard from them, they were out of minions, meaning that, considering we had just taken them out, and we had taken out the guys out front, we're probably going to be safe for at least a little bit before someone comes to check on things. So we can breathe easy for now, but clock is still against us on this.
That does about sum it up. All right, so you are now in you are now in this, well, basically this little canal room, I guess you'd call it. The holy water is flowing. You heard a door opening up up this hallway, and at the far end, you can just make out the sound of rushing water. The floor is yours.
Since we're just kind of coming out of a short rest, during the downtime, Talos, every now and again, he looks over to heaven, and after a bit of deliberation, he just kind of sighs.
Does Heaven notice this?
What was that, sorry?
Does Heaven notice Talos looking at her? Or was he trying to hide the fact that he was looking?
He's not being sneaky about it, but the way how he's looking at Heaven, it's not in anger or anything, it's more contemplation.
Something on your mind, Talos?
Somewhat.
Something on your mind?
I said somewhat.
Oh.
But yeah, after that, Talos just sighs and he says, "I'm sorry I've been so cold to you as of late, Heaven."
Heaven tilts her head. Cold. Honestly, I haven't noticed.
Well, ever since you received that friend of yours, I've been incredibly skeptical. I believe that is the correct term.
I wouldn't blame you. Heaven replies as she looks at the tattoo on her arm. I'm skeptical of it myself.
If anything, I blame myself for your situation.
No, the fault is mine. I was desperate enough to accept the deal.
Yet if we followed the lead that we had on the druid within the forest, instead of coming here because I was so desperate to see my own family, you probably wouldn't have felt inclined to do so.
I don't think it mattered which way we went. I have a feeling Yashak would have contacted me whether we headed north or south.
Maybe not. But I suppose it does little good for anyone to think on, to think on what ifs. Just be careful, Heaven. A god you can expect to betray you. Kashak, he is aiming to kill a god. And that's
Yashak.
someone who... Sorry, Ishak, fuck, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kashak is the ruins you visited at the start of the campaign.
right. Ishak, he is planning to kill a god. And someone who plots in such a manner is not someone who you want to take at their word.
And Heaven, when he says that, you hear in the back of your head, I would expect a Leonin to be behind this idea. Don't they hate the gods?
Evan raises an eyebrow and looks to Talos. I just received word from Yashak that your people don't care for the no more known pantheon.
Talos stands up and he says, "No, we do not. And although we have no love for the gods, I will state my reasoning again. A god I can expect to betray me, but someone such as Ishak, he is planning to kill a god. And considering his current predicament in that he only seems to contact you within your dreams, we do not even know what he truly looks like or what his true motivations are. Perhaps he's being honest. Perhaps he's just manipulating us. There are too many uncertainties. I don't know what Ishak is. And so, therefore, I cannot discern what his true motives are."
Can I attempt to draw Yashak on a piece of paper?
Sure. Sure thing. Do you have any kind of proficiency in like drawing tools or calligraphy or anything like that?
No proficiencies.
Do we even have paper?
In fact, who would even have that?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, do you have any kind of writing material all in your inventory?
I do not, but I could probably ask CeeLo to borrow hers.
All right. Well, if CeeLo agrees to it, then go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check. In that case,
Go ahead.
I
okay, you get a pretty decent likeness of him. So yeah, Talos, you see, like, obviously you don't do it in full color, but Talos, you basically see, you see, well, where did I put him? Hold on, where did I put his thing?
thought his thing was missing.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I moved it somewhere, and now I don't remember where.
Whoops.
Here it is. I put it in creatures.
The downside of having too many folders.
He's a creature.
Well, for lack of a better place to put him at the moment. But yeah, you basically you see a man dressed very simply in a toga, with fire for hair, like very Endeavor-like, as well as hat-like eyes. And well, it's not drawn in color, but Heaven would probably relay that he's wearing all red.
Yeah, Heaven would tell him like what colors Yashak is wearing.
Talos looks at this and he just, huffs. Not lacking for modesty, is he?
I barely wear any clothes, and you were fine around me.
Yeah, like, yeah, Heaven, like, this is actually like fairly ordinary wear for your homeland. Your people show off a lot of skin.
But yeah, Talos just sort of shrugs it. And he says, it is a part of your profession, is it not? It is natural. What sort
Well,
what sort of temptress is your shark?
well, most of my people show skin. We live in a desert climate, so basically we have to dress like this or we die of heat stroke.
Actually,
Also,
this is just a fun fact, but you actually should wear more clothes, not less, to avoid the heat.
yeah, because well, with fantasy races, it doesn't always work exactly like that, but it's a little bit more it's a little bit more complicated than just they live in the desert. I'll put it that way.
But yeah,
I just
fair
wanted
enough.
to give a
Yeah,
fun
just
fact.
yeah,
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
heaven.
that-
Because in
Heaven
real life,
doesn't. Yeah, heaven doesn't really know that. So
Yeah,
but yeah,
like
yeah. That was actually something I did kind of know, Rudy, and it's actually really interesting to look into it as well to see like the how the dynamics of like the heat of the desert and how people adapt to it. It is actually really interesting.
yeah, but anyway, By the way, one other thing, Hammond, you you hear a little giggle in the back of your head when and Talos refers to Ishak as a temptress. I like that. Good
heaven,
sense, good sense of humor, your friend.
heaven resists the urge to roll her eyes as she continues the conversation. Whether his
My
motives are evil or benign, I will be wary. I do intend to be wary of him. I have absolutely no care for Vierna, but if he goes too far, well,
then, then we will break. Well, then we will break him. Simple as that.
I have a feeling he'll laugh at that statement.
It, I'm not actually here, right? I'm just contacting you telepathically.
Yeah, I know. Evan just tell us that. Though she has a feeling that he would laugh at that. Yashak would.
Sure, it's all very funny until well, it happens. But but my personal problems aside, I say we should get moving.
Agreed. The sooner we get this done, the sooner we get out of here.
Alrighty, and CeeLo's been sitting on that for a bit. She's doing a small reading in the corner.
Yeah, it's what she normally does in her spare time.
I can't see him.
Where my
They're in-
ping is.
They're in a corner outside of your fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured. I just was just commenting.
She's melted into the shadows like Batman.
Okay. And Zio will gather her cards afterwards and look to the rest of the party. Everyone ready to go?
Let's soldier on. Everyone who has magic, be sure to keep track of how much you've got left.
Which is basically everybody.
I mean, does Talos use magic?
Yeah, paladins use magic. Not
well-
as much with spellcasters, but they do.
Ah,
It's more. Paladin magic is more of a side thing than what they actually do.
Yeah.
Basically, it augments their physical capabilities instead of it being their sole strength.
oh, okay.
Okay, so you're moving up this hallway.
Yep.
I assume that's where we were going.
Yeah. Like.
Where's the-
So
where's the-
yeah. Rudy, you want me to move you?
Must be AFK.
Damn,
Well,
this is a tall staircase.
Yep. And on the other side, everyone with night vision, you see a large pool of the holy water in the middle of the room, with a large whirlpool in the middle of that.
Oh, that looks inviting.
On the back wall, like you can't see the back wall, but like you do see like glowing runes carved into what you assume is the back wall. Do any of you speak Celestial?
I think I do. Let me check.
Can't Rudy use comprehend languages?
Where are my languages?
Should be
Bottom left.
yeah, like should be very low on your thing.
It'll be in the box marked other proficiencies in languages.
Yeah, towards the bottom of your sheet.
Yes, I can indeed speak Celestial.
Okay, so Gregor, you can read this, and it's like couched in very flowery terms. It's the language of the gods. They speak everything in like such high and mighty ways. But well, in layman's terms, it basically boils down to hold your breath and try not to die.
Well, that's reassuring. It says we have to hold our breath and try not to die.
They really expect it. So we're expected to go into that whirlpool.
Well, I suppose.
I can easily get there.
But how deep is this? What's on the other side? Like how much? Just how much do we have to hold our breath?
You cannot see the bottom. Mostly
That's-
because it's dark, but that is a consideration.
Scylla sends help into the water.
What?
Uh,
I have unending breath. Means I don't need to breathe.
okay, but what about the rest of us?
Well, okay, first up, CeeLo sent Hope in to investigate, yes?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, okay, so. Now. So you're basically sending Hope into the whirlpool. All right.
Watching the dragon.
So, yeah, go ahead and roll an acrobatics check to see how well Hope handles it.
He does have
Sure.
swimming speed.
Well, in that case, roll with advantage because this is a very rapid whirlpool.
Yeah.
Like having a swimming speed will not be quite enough, but he's fine. So, yeah, Hope handles it basically like it's one long water slide, the descent takes a couple of minutes, and it twists and turns just around a bit, like you kind of lose track as to what direction you're going in eventually, because you can't really see much besides just water and stone wall.
Yeah.
Also, like not a lot of reference, but eventually you plop down into a well-lit cavern. Well, like no, a well-lit chamber, or like in a big pool of holy water just dominating most of it. That's got that has yet more what's the word? Yet more holy water streams in the floor leading into it, and I am going to show you it for but a moment. Yeah. So So, and by the way, this Silo, the entire time this is going on, you're just getting the sense of "Whee!" just from Hope.
Still just starts cracking a smile as her eyes are closed.
Yeah. So, this is what you see.
Okay.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's what you see.
Okay.
I'm guessing CeeLo like relays this to us.
Well, it ends up being safe at the end, but it's gonna be a few minutes.
So, what are the chances of us actually surviving going through the hole besides heaven?
Well, how long can you hold your breath?
I don't actually know.
1 plus your con modifier.
1 minute. 1 minute plus your calm modifier.
So Constitution?
Yep.
Yes.
Is that the number under the?
Yeah, it's the smaller number.
No,
So
it's 1 plus the big number. For example, I have a
no.
1 in Constitution, so I can hold my breath for 2
No.
minutes.
oh,
I
okay,
mean,
then
when
I
I
get,
said smaller, I meant lower. Yeah.
okay, I get 4 then.
Yeah. Like yeah, like it's a yeah, like most yeah. So Silo, you judge that all of you could just about make it.
Just about.
Yeah. Like it's
Still,
like it's a little bit more iffy for some than others.
In that case, cannonball! Evan then jumps in.
Fucking.
Yeah. Okay, roll an acrobatics check to see how well you handle it. Oh, not enough, I'm afraid. That would require a 15.
Eh,
So, Heaven, you tumble the entire way down. You don't know which way is up when you land.
I have a proficiency in acrobatics. I could probably do this.
And
Well, let's see.
I had a
Rudy's-
proficiency in acrobatics too.
Rudy,
Shit.
Yeah.
Rudy's going to look to Talos.
By the way, you're still in the hallway.
Fine, I'll move my token. There.
All right.
Now,
She looks at Talus and
I
he
hand
gives
you.
a sigh.
I hand you my bag of holding.
He takes it.
You lose any of the books in there, I will kill you.
All right, understood.
And then Rudy just pulls out one of the books she didn't put in there and just sits down to read. I only have 2 minutes. It wouldn't. I don't think Rudy would be able to make it. So I'll just wait here.
All right then.
So who's next?
All right. Talos. First up, he pulls out some of his rope and he ties it around the opening of the bag of holding. You know, just really, really tightly to secure it. He makes sure it's firmly strapped to him, and taking a deep breath, he just dives into it.
Roll acrobatics.
All right, acrobatics.
Hey.
You actually handle it quite nicely. No, Heaven does not take any damage, but you are upside down in the water right now. You don't know which way is up, Heaven. Yeah. So, So, by the way, Talos and Heaven, basically, both of you judge it takes do either of you bother to count how long it actually takes?
Talos would. he is counting how long he needs to hold his breath for.
Evan's too busy tumbling around like a sock in the laundry to even notice.
Okay, so Talos, by your count, it took about 90 seconds to get it to the bottom. So
90 seconds?
90 seconds.
So about a minute and a half.
Yeah. I did say a minute or two. And that was Silo's rough estimate before.
Oh, that should be good then.
Yeah. Of course,
But yeah.
at the moment, no one at the top has any way of knowing this. The exact
I do.
number.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Oh yeah, Hope is there, so we can actually communicate with Silo through Hope.
Yeah.
All right. As Talos comes out completely drenched, and just doing the cat, just kind of looking a little upset. He notices Heaven and he helps her out. He helps her right herself.
Yeah. Okay, so at this point I'm gonna move you all to the other map. Who's down there so far?
Evan, Talos, and Hope.
Okay. So
Why there's two of me?
yeah. Okay,
Oh,
no, you
there's
guys
two
were landed
Heavens.
about here.
There's two Heavens.
I wonder where the other one went. Nope. I had it prepared, and then and Heavens disappeared, so I put down another one, and now we found the other one. All right then.
The architecture down here is certainly a bit different compared to compared to up top.
Yeah, you do actually notice that, Talos. Like, it's a lot more elegantly carved here. Like, you feel like you're in the temple proper now. Like, you're past all the real defenses.
Real defenses, alrighty.
Well, real defenses as in all the brutal death traps above.
All right. Talos helps. Is this like a stable footing for them, or?
That is still deep enough that you are still treading water.
Like knee height, or?
You are swimming.
All right.
Well,
So,
Heaven is swimming. Talos, your feet just reached the bottom at that point because you're tall.
All right. Yeah, I'd say Talos helps lead Hope and Heaven over to a more solid ground for the moment.
Yeah.
After which he turns to Hope and he says, "Silo, can you hear me?"
I can, yes. Hope. Silo would say in her own voice.
Excellent. I counted how long it takes to get through the whirlpool. It takes about I would estimate a minute and a half. So
Understood.
seems as though your estimate was correct.
Understood. I will inform the others. And then the light of Hope's eye returns to normal as Silo opens her eyes and looks to Gregor. Gregor, go ahead and go in. It's about 90 seconds. You should be fine.
Oh yeah, I can do this. All right, here goes nothing, and jumps in.
Roll acrobatics.
Let's go.
You have that time of your life. You actually picture yourself. You picture yourself of like coming back here in a bathing suit or something. This is fun. You got to the problem with no issue. You get to the bottom with no issues whatsoever. And like you do a like when you do a perfect little swanda. And when you reach the bottom.
Woo!
Yeah. Which is really impressive considering you're wearing chainmail.
I'm just that cool.
Yeah. Hope. Yeah. Hope holds. Yeah. Hope holds up a comically large scorecard. It says 8.5.
I was about to say, I was gonna say 8.
Yeah, it is like comically oversized. You have no. It is about twice the size of Hope himself. You have no idea where he stored it.
Everyone's a little jealous at Gregor now for being able to go through that go through that with ease while she just tumbled around.
Yeah, like it's like one of those really big water slides that are probably illegal now.
Oh, yeah.
Rudy?
Hey guys.
Yes?
Are you able to hold your breath for 90 seconds?
I can.
Okay. Do you want to head in then?
Sure, I'll head in.
It's up to you. I just know it'll be more dangerous out here than it is for being deeper in. More of the
Sure,
knolls.
sure, I'll head in.
Okay, cutting right in. Yeah, chaos. You can swim, no problem. Rudy, go ahead and roll acrobatics.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Rudy. Rudy, your your book gets wet.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Mm,
And you also you tumble and belly flop up landing.
Ouch.
Mm-hmm.
Take 2 damage.
Okay.
Damn.
Alrighty. She'll
Ouch.
dive in afterwards.
Yeah. So yeah. Like so, you all at the bottom. Okay, go ahead and roll acrobatics. So you all at the bottom, you just see Rudy take a pratfall all into the water. And she just has the same emotionless expression on her face through the entire time, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Silo, you do not fare much better. You needed a 15. Like, you managed to power into a cannonball, but when you land, you have no idea which way is up. Also, the moment Silo touches the water, there is a surge in it. It as the water here starts swirling. And Silo, you feel something seize you and like pull you up to the middle. Oh, trespasser! Like you hear a vaguely inhuman, slightly screechy voice is coming from what appears to be the water itself. You all hear this.
Huh?
Oh, that doesn't sound nice.
You two better get out of the water right now.
Silo, go ahead and roll a strength save.
Is a magical effect?
It's a magical thing that's doing it, but this isn't a magical effect. You've just basically just been seized.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's not that would have helped. Yeah,
No.
Silo, like you are
Oh
basically.
my god.
There is basically shackles made of water just like dangling you from the ceiling now. As swirling out of the water here, you see a figure forming out of it. Yeah. Like and so you see one moment while I delete the data because I don't want you knowing what all it can do. This thing pops up. Yeah.
Oh boy.
a suit of armor and a large, very spiky trident, and with filled out with a body of what appears to be just water. And it points its trident directly at Silo. Trespassers. Why have you come?
CeeLo looks to the elemental and seeing her in chains, she just speaks in a pleading tone. Give me a moment. I'm trying to remember the name. Where is it? No.
Reese's.
I'm trying to remember. Bryce Sayas. Bryce Sayas sent us. We're here to collect the deck of cards.
I would have held off on mentioning the cards, but okay.
Yeah, in fact, that would in fact have been a good idea, and because of that, I'm going to need you to roll persuasion with disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's performance. Oh well.
Do you have the same bonus to persuasion? Are you proficient?
Yes.
Okay, we will use that roll then. I sense the temple war is being weakened, but why? Why would she trust it? He looks back at you just furiously. Why would she send a tainted one to collect them?
Tainted?
I smell the stink of the Shadowfell on you, girl. Why would she trust one such as you? Those wards were designed to keep the likes of you out.
Dilla just gives a coy smile in response. Maybe because I saved her life.
Roll another persuasion check, this time with advantage. That advantage really helped you?
Yes.
God damn.
Yeah. Slowly, he looks at you. I have sensed many trying to break into my sanctuary these past moons. You were not among them, then?
Rather, we were against them. We're on the clock and we're racing against them.
I see. He releases the chains and just drops you into the water.
Still make a coughing fit.
Yeah.
All right.
And then gently lifts both you and Rudy onto dry land.
Are we good?
And then surges forward, and just stops like a few inches from your face, Silo. But yet my question remains: how did you get in? You are tainted, and the Shadowfell has touched you now. Those wards should have kept you out.
Still frowns as she just thinks on it a little bit more. I honestly couldn't tell you, sir.
Maybe
We've gotten a
maybe
lot
this-
of help.
Maybe
So-
those gnolls we face somehow dispel the wards.
No, but then Ladon would be able to come in.
And the
Do you think
the war. No, the wards have not been dispelled. They are still up.
the bird did something?
Definitely not the bird.
The bird is the word.
I felt at home here when I came in first time.
Like, squints his eyes. He's gonna make a check real fast.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, it's nothing bad. It's nothing bad unless he did not roll high enough to know what this was. Only the... And and a descendant, perhaps, of a priest who once worked here. Maybe your blood recognizes its ancient home. I do not know.
But that's all I can tell you. And that's me speaking honestly for once.
Well, Briseis is wise. If these invaders were able to weaken, if the invaders were able to weaken in these wards, then this temple will no longer be a safe place. Is to imprison, isn't the traitor? Go then, and collect the cards and see them somewhere safe. But be warned, and they will seize control of you if you let them.
One final thing before we part. Something I believe you should know. That the Knolls got as far as the chamber before this one.
And I sense the blood of mongrels and sullying my waters. Was that them?
Yeah, well, we took care of them.
A pair of pack leaders, but I doubt that means much to you.
It means nothing to me. Why are you? But why are you here? He's looking at Talus now. Your people were hostile even when this temple was active. They were the reason all these defenses were established in the first place.
Circumstances have changed. Ladon and his ilk threaten my pride, and so I will swallow mine in order to aid in, well, either chasing him away from the valley or eradicating him.
Yeah. He has taken, as to the conversation happening in chat, he has taken no notice as to what all of you are actually carrying. Like, he either hasn't noticed or doesn't seem to care.
Alright, that's good.
But yeah, Talus essentially tells him, Ladon and his ilk are threatening my pride, so I fight in defense of them.
And I do not know this Ladon. What does he want? What does he want with the traitor?
Hard to say exactly, but we have our theories.
Basically, whatever it is, it's not good, and we better keep them apart. Completely.
And from what we were able to gather, he apparently is at least linked to the Shadowfell in some way as well.
Then the weakening of the wards was done for his benefit.
Undoubtedly.
If he was able to do it once, then in all likelihood he will eventually be able to do so again.
We were able to slow him down in such endeavors, but as we said, we are against time here.
Is there a way to make the ward stronger?
No, but there are guardians that may be activated, scattered throughout the woods around the temple entrance. Where precisely they are, I do not know.
Would Briseis herself know where they are?
Maintaining them and seeing into their use was one of her tasks. So she better.
And chances are she's likely working in tandem with Matron Zeora in order to make sure that they are operational.
Hmm. And, like, he stills for a moment, like sort of the glowing slits that represent his eyes sort of narrow a little bit. I sense no other Leon in on this plateau, nor do I sense Briseis and Briseis' presence. I felt her suffering in the last time when she was here, though.
Then you'd be glad to know that she is still alive.
Of course she is. As you said, she sent you, did she not?
You're also
That
in
is correct.
a pretty safe place right now.
That is good. She is one of the few mortals able to withstand the curse of the cards, and so she is the one tasked with guarding them.
Well, speaking of which, I believe we have held you up long enough.
Indeed. Go. I only hope you have a safe place to bring them to. And he melts back into the water and disappears.
Honestly, I'm just glad we didn't.
Congratulations, you five. You who just avoided a rather nasty boss fight.
I'm just glad we didn't have to fight it.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. Like, let me be absolutely clear. When he saw Silo, he was ready to kill.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Mentioning Briseis' name kind of saved your life.
Right then.
And we almost had our bacon cooked when she mentioned the cards.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, like, I was just like, man, I really hope Sela doesn't mention the cards.
By the way, we're here for the cards. You're like, son of a bitch!
His inner
Hello.
Yu-Gi-Oh fan couldn't help it.
Hello, I am a Shadowfell. I'm here for the cards.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Alright.
Yeah. So, you hear a stone door just very slowly rumbling open in back here.
Well, sounds like that's our cue to leave.
Yeah. You said that I was able to enter because I have the blood of a priestess, maybe.
Well, actually, roll insight real quick.
Yeah. Ooh, my first good insight.
Philip, you can tell, like, that was very much only sort of a guess on his part. He doesn't actually know why you were able to enter.
Okay.
Like, as far as he knows, like, it's just weird to him that A, you feel at home here, and B, you're able to enter with that, or now that you've come into contact with the Shadowfell.
Well, we shouldn't delay any longer. Talos unwinds the rope from the bag of holding and he passes it back off to Rudy.
Wait, was that still tied to the top?
No.
Nah, Talos secured it.
Yeah. To be absolutely clear, you have all your stuff down with you, and apart from Rudy's one book, everything else is fine. Her book is soaked.
Moment of silence for Rudy's book.
I have prestidigitation.
And okay, that dries off the book, but the pages are still in that very delicate state where in the very delicate state of paper that has been wet.
Okay.
It's still legible, at least it should be.
Yeah. Thankfully, it was written, like, the book is old enough that the ink has pretty much set in.
Okay.
Like, it hasn't run at all.
Nice.
But let's head up.
I trust Rudy to be gentle enough with it.
Shall we move on?
Yep.
Yep. As you move on, like, you see the weirdest thing. Crystals start appearing in the walls. Like, sparsely at first, but more and more or as you go. Like you just start seeing just these glowing crystals are just like stuck in the walls more and more frequently.
Well, like they're coming out, or are they already in there?
Like they're like coming out, or like I guess like sort of like they're naturally part of the rock itself. If that makes any sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and eventually, it like that. So that hallway like goes for about 15 minutes. It's just a 15-minute walk back down this hall, and by the time you're done, it is nothing but crystal, glowing crystal. You guys are at the bottom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does
So
this crystal have any magical properties?
Oh, it is magic as fuck. Like, it seems to be like it somehow. For one thing, it somehow seems to be the source of all the holy water in that temple. Like how that even works, you don't know.
Man, how'd they fit this entire thing under here?
Yeah,
We are probably on the ground deeper into the plateau.
Yeah.
Maybe this was already carved here.
Actually, that is a question. Does it look like that these crystals were carved, or is this all a natural formation?
As near as you can tell, it seems to be a natural formation. Well, except for obviously the patterns in the floor are over in this room. Like that has obviously been constructed, but the crystal room itself seems to be natural, or at least it appears that way. Like how it was actually formed, you don't have a clue.
Yeah, to be fair, Talus wouldn't really know much about stones or rock formations.
I mean, it is magic. I'm sure that magic.
Yeah, good excuse for it.
Like, whatever this is, no person alive today could make something like this.
Like, how big is it? Like, how tall is the roof here?
It is a perfect half circle with, like it's just a perfect dome. So basically at the center, it's about this tall, and like towards the wall, it's this tall.
Damn.
Yeah, and just you see a small, faintly glowing small object just floating in the middle, right over here.
You think that's the cards?
I think we may have found it, yes.
Well, I feel I feel like this might end up being one of the harder parts. Is actually grabbing those things.
You do realize you just jinxed us, right?
Well, I mean, how much more jinx could we get?
Stop it, Gregor. Let's just see what we can find in here and get out.
All right, then.
Yeah. So, Root, okay, so as you approach, you see that it is indeed the deck of cards just floating there. Like, Silo, you would recognize this very easily as a deck of tarot cards. A very old-looking deck of tarot cards. And, like, you can... And clearly a very powerful magical artifact. Like, you can literally smell the magic coming off of it. Smells like acetone.
Oh, God.
Did we agree on who was going to grab these?
We did, yes. We agreed it would be Rudy since, well, if something goes wrong, we can easily take care of that.
I don't like to entertain that thought, but I guess you're right.
I mean, that was something we decided anyway.
I feel like maybe I should grab him, but that's just me thinking too far ahead.
The plan was to grab him using the bag of holding,
Oh, yes.
so that no one actually touched it. If you want to grab it with the bag of holding, go ahead, I guess.
I mean, I feel like there's still a chance that it would trigger. We don't really know.
Well, either we stand here and do nothing until they come knocking at the front door, or well, we try the only plan that we have.
Right.
So, okay.
Talos, you still got that bag of holding then, right?
No, Rudy hasn't. He gave it back.
Okay.
Gregor takes a step back.
Telos does the same, but kind of keeps with it within arm's length of keeps an arm's length within everybody. He's got his shield and sword at the ready in case something happens.
The Gregor takes his bow out. The red feather bow.
Alrighty. It's up to you.
Let's hope for the best.
I mean, if you wanted to... You said you wanted to do it, did you not?
But you made a valid point, and I can't really dissuade it. So why don't you go grab him?
Rudy's point wasn't that CeeLo couldn't do it, it's just that the plan was to use the bag of holding.
Yeah.
The bag of holding isn't attunement. Anyone can open it.
Okay, well, if you want to hand me the bag holding, I'll grab it.
Oh, since you really want to grab it, go ahead.
Okay. Still, we'll try to use the bag holding to capture the cards.
Okay, so it falls over the card easily enough, and the moment it falls over the cards, Silo, you hear a voice in your head. Your little mortal tricks are cute, but they will not be enough to save you from me. Roll a charisma saving throw with advantage.
All of us?
No, just Silo.
14.
Just fails, unfortunately. You needed a 15. So, the cards forcibly attune yourself and themselves to you as you hear a little. Oh, it was a good trick, and on being of lesser power, it might even have worked. But against me, well, you're going to need something with a little more strength. So, Silo, well, Rudy, hold that thought, because you don't, like the rest of you see nothing visual just yet. But Silo, you immediately, your mind is still your own, but you immediately get, all of this.
Silo basically get her own Ishak.
Not quite. So, this is long. Take as much time as you like. And also be honest with me. How many of you thought this is going to be something else?
Me?
The cards?
No.
Yeah, the cards.
Knowing the infamy of what I believe you're suggesting, I didn't think you would really do it, considering how unpredictable it is.
Well, not yet, anyway. Maybe I have that saved for something else. You don't know.
Do not,
But
do not tease me with that, man. Seriously, I don't think my heart would be able to take it.
Yeah.
Well, attuned to this artifact, your eyes don't work.
When
Speaking
you're
of you, Shaq,
when you're 10 feet away from it, CeeLo, that's not always active.
Yeah. Basically, when you're separated from it.
Anyway,
Oh,
wait,
Um,
Okay.
does Shaq notice something?
Interesting. Rudy, time is paused. Let Silo read.
okay.
Because trust me, there's stuff in here that's going to have some bearing on this. Just let me know when you're done, Silo.
this is a lot.
Yeah,
My
it's a lot.
goodness. Okay, so my question is,
Yeah.
what's the 15200 mean? Nothing?
Yeah, that means just like nothing bad happens.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Like at the very bottom. Yeah. So. It is a cursed item, and like all cursed items, you want to stay attuned to it. Silo, you do not want to part with this.
CeeLo holds on to the deck now fully, and she looks to it, yearning to it.
you all right, CeeLo? Gregor calls out.
Yeah, I think I'm fine.
Yeah.
I think I'll just hold on to this for now. I overcome it.
So okay, wait. Can any of us tell that CeeLo's been?
Well,
Like-
her eye. Well,
Well,
her
time-
eyes have not. Her eyes have now gone white like a prophet's. Apart from that, you see no physical change.
Besides, time is technically paused right now.
I thought it was unpaused.
Time came unpaused when CeeLo started talking.
Great. Then can I use remove curse now?
Well, I don't know. CeeLo, do you allow Rudy to cast remove curse on you?
Not willingly. I mean, that's just what I would do. I'm sorry.
It's not something that requires willing.
It requires touch.
I'm not trying to
Right.
touch the object. I'm trying to touch CeeLo.
Yep.
Yeah, but would CeeLo let you?
You know what?
Yeah,
Never mind. Fine then. Forget I did anything. Just whatever. Keep the stupid item.
And
So should we like go now?
Well, we got what we came here for, so nothing else to do.
How do we get back up the whirlpool anyway? Is there like a second? Is there another exit we can use?
At this stage, you do not know. Well, you're still standing in here.
All right.
Well,
Well,
guess we
guess
should
we're heading on
start
back.
making our way. Yep.
Does your check say anything about what's happened?
In oh, he whispers, "This is entertaining."
Heaven hears this and says, "What exactly do you know?"
Oh, she's displaying all the telltale signs.
Signs of what?
You don't know, and you don't hear another word from him after that.
Heaven groans and looks to Rudy. You think you can check on CeeLo? Your shack has been very cryptic about her. Rudy?
She's mute for the moment.
Zilla?
Zio just disconnected.
it's the cards. They're making him run away.
Hold on.
I'm guessing their internet when something happened with their engine.
Yeah, he's not signed in. Well, he's not showing up on the game anymore. So
I just DM'd him.
Yeah, I feel like he would have actually typed something, but I guess I'm assuming his internet went out.
it's possible.
He says he's a bit bitter and he needs to sit down.
Oh.
Alrighty then.
What happened? I had my headphones off. I was listening.
CeeLo CeeLo signed out.
Well, what are you doing? Are you ending the game or what?
Well, I think well, it's a bit short, but it's not a bad stopping point. So I guess we're ending here.
Alright. Thank you all for coming. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.